Their story is not your story. If they fail, it doesn't mean you'll fail. So you keep on trying and make sure that you get that student visa that you wanted to get.
Hello everyone, this is me again, Joy Fajardo. Hindi tayo pababayaan ng Canada.
Kita nyo yan guys, para ako nag-golf. Hi guys!
Mag-video daw si Kiko.
Let's explore Buhay! Hello everyone, this is me again, Joy Fajardo, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, we're gonna be discussing something very interesting, which is the step-by-step procedure for you to become a student here in Canada. The very first part of the application process for you to become a student in Canada is to choose the province or the state you wanted to be a student in. Some of the things that you have to consider when choosing the place where you wanted to study is of course the logistics itself. Would you rather stay on a province or on a city? It depends on individual preference. That's one of the things that you have to weigh. Besides that, you also have to check the availability of work and of course the availability of your connections. There are some locations that you might have more friends in, or maybe you know someone from that location. Those are the stuff that you may want to consider when you are finding the right province, the right state for you to study in. The second portion is a bit critical. Say you have already shortlisted some provinces that you wanted to consider to apply in. Second thing is you have to shortlist the schools in those provinces that you wanted to enroll in. And the third thing is you have to consider in each school what are the programs that are similar or close to the program that you're interested to take. You have to compare what are the programs offered by these colleges or universities. Is it similar? Is it close? Is it relevant to the one that you wanted to apply in or that you wanted to study? Would it be something that will be able to help you establish yourself here in Canada? So try to get a program that is relevant, timely, and beneficial for you in the long run. Those are the intelligent questions that you have to ask yourself, that you have to figure out, that you have to research when you are finding the right school and the right province and the right program. Now that you have your strategy or you have your plan, the next thing is for you to get connected to the school. You don't need a consultant, you don't need an agent for you to connect to a specific school. Most of the schools are very responsive via email, so you can go ahead and find the admission email address of the school you're interested in and you can send them a quick email. Make sure that the email that you're going to be sending them is appropriate. So don't send a very informal kind of email. So try to make it a bit more formal and make sure that you use the right verbiage. It's creating that first impression in the school because at the end of the day, they will give you that letter of acceptance. So I don't think that they'll take it personally if your email is not as good, but I'm pretty sure that if it's good, then they'll take it seriously. Go ahead and send them an email to ask them questions like, what are the programs that you're offering? What are the admission requirements that you need? When are you accepting enrollees? And those kind of stuff. So you have to be a bit patient when it comes to this stuff. Some of them might not reply as quick as you expected them to. So you have to be a bit patient and try to follow up every now and then. Don't make it every day. So maybe every 3 days or after a week. That will be great to do a follow-up. Another way to connect with schools is via long distance phone call. So it's a bit costly, so I don't really recommend. But if you are really in a hurry or if you really want an answer as soon as possible, by all means, you can also give them a call. Most of the time, each schools also have their websites. That is another place where you can find more information about the school you wanted to apply in. In their websites, they will tell you what are the programs available for international students. Do note that there are some programs that they don't allow international students to apply in. In some instances, you will also be able to check the curriculum just by the school's website. So make sure to go ahead and check the website of the school you wanted to enroll in just to verify if you can find more information about the program you wanted to apply for. I wanted to share with you the basic and generic requirements for most of the universities or colleges. The first one is IELTS. If you came from a country that the mother tongue is not English, definitely you'll have to get an IELTS most of the time. There are some universities and colleges that accepts Certificate of English Proficiency. Certificate of English Proficiency is basically a proof or a certificate that's coming from the college or university where you have graduated, indicating that the medium of instruction in that college or university is in English. There are several schools that do accept that. However, for Holland College in PEI, they would require you to take an IELTS or CELPIP or TOEFL. Another alternative for the English proficiency is for you to come in Canada and take an exam here. If I'm not wrong, it should be called CAN test. But the thing about CAN test is that it's very inconvenient. It's very tedious. It can cause a delay in your enrollment. It's more expensive as compared to IELTS. So if you don't want to go through that hassle, I recommend that you take the IELTS exam. Just to share with you guys, for Holland College, you have to get general average for IELTS to be 6.5, and at the same time, you cannot have any grades lower than 6 for each individual category. Other generic requirements asked by most of the schools here in Canada is your college diploma together with your TOR or transcript of records, and your high school diploma together with your Form 137. For Holland College, you don't have to have it red ribbon or authenticated, or you don't even have to send it for, ECA verification or the West. It just have to be sealed by the school where you graduated in. You don't need to do any other things with your academic requirements. There are some schools that requires more, but in general, those are the basic ones that most of the schools here in Canada will ask of you. So that's pretty much everything. You just have to scan them and send them to the admission office of the school where you wanted to apply in. If you are accepted, then they will send you a letter of acceptance. Afterwards, you'll be asked to pay an admission fee. So this is for Holland College. It's like a reservation fee for the slot that you'll get. It's non-refundable unless your visa is refused, but it's deductible to your actual tuition fee if everything goes well. The next part will be your visa application. At this point, everything is becoming real. Like when you're trying to apply for your visa, you're just very close to coming to Canada, because visa application typically just takes a couple of weeks, if not a week or two. The question is, what are the requirements for you to apply for your student visa? There are some requirements that should come from the school that you are applying in. First thing is the letter of acceptance. Second one is tuition fee schedule. And the third one is the official receipt that you made a payment with them. The next portion will be from you. So what does that include? Of course, there are a number of forms that you have to fill up. The next portion that is very important is the statement of purpose. I would say that statement of purpose is one of the biggest part of your visa application, simply because you're not physically there to defend your cause. You're not physically there to make your case stronger. What is there is your statement of purpose. It is very important to make it super concise, but at the same time, it should have all the information necessary, all the information that will answer whatever questions the immigration officer have in his or her mind at that time, and make sure that you prove your point, you make your case stronger through that statement of purpose. Besides the statement of purpose, you'll still need to submit your academic requirements for your visa application, same as what you have submitted in the school or university. So that would include your college diploma and your high school diploma, your transcript of records, and your Form 137 from high school. Your IELTS result has to be submitted as part of your visa application as well. Another piece of it will be the proof of funds. So again, this is very significant because if you cannot prove that you have funds to support you while you're studying in Canada, it might be tough to get that visa that you wanted. What are the types of proof of funds that you can submit? Bond, payslips, bank accounts. You can also include the receipt of the previous payment that you made if you have any existing businesses. That can be a source of income for you while you're studying in Canada and may support you while you do so. Some of the students are just really students. They cannot support themselves, right? So what's good is that you can always have a sponsor. In the sponsor's profile, you should just include the police clearance of that person supporting you, the copy of his or her passport, any proof of income of that person, payslips, the bank account of that person. The next portion for the visa application will be proof of home tie. If you have land titles under your name, registration of cars under your name, you should also include that despite the fact that it's encumbered, so meaning it's still unmortgaged, it's still loaned to the bank. That's fine because it's still yours and you're still paying for that, so that's okay. Government services that you have been paying for or that you had paid for, like social security service. In the Philippines, we have Pag-ibig, we have PhilHealth, so those are government services that's deductible on our salary when we are back in Philippines. So we can show the identification card for each of those, or at least the identification number for each of those, as part of proof of home ties. Besides that, you can also include your parents' marriage certificates. You can also include a photo, a family photo. It doesn't have to be a lot of family photos. You can just choose a piece or two and include that in your application as part of home ties. If you have children, you can include the birth certificates of your children as well, because for sure you wouldn't abandon your kids in the Philippines. So it's a part of proof of home ties, definitely. The next part is your travel history. So you have to make a copy of all the pages of your passport. Any international travels that you had has to be declared, and if you stayed in a specific location for more than 6 months, you have to basically get a police clearance from that country. And of course, the last part will be your personal profile. In the personal profile, you have to include your passport copy, including all the pages and the back of it as well. Your police clearances. In the Philippines, we have NBI, we have police clearance and barangay clearance. The ones that's really required is the NBI. That's the national type of police clearance that we have. But if you want to be extra sure, you can definitely include a police clearance and your barangay clearance as well. That's an additional. Marriage certificates, your company IDs, and any other types of personal identification that you have. That's everything that you need for your visa application. And as I've mentioned earlier, visa application for students are a lot faster than workers, so you can definitely get your visa ready in just a matter of a week or two. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you guys on my next vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video to your friends, leave us some comment in the comment section below, and join us as we explore.